Man, in this episode, I want to talk to you about and share with you some secrets on how you can win back your wife's respect or any woman's respect that you're interested in gaining. And I don't want you to feel like, it's 2025 and why do I need a woman to respect me? It's not the 1950s. Let's just cut the bullshit. It is perfectly okay to desire a woman to respect and admire you. Actually, it's more than okay. It's absolutely necessary if you want that woman to be attracted to you and if you want to have physical intimacy in your relationship, because a woman will not be attracted to you and she will not desire physical intimacy with you if she doesn't respect you. So if you're new to my content, my name's Sasha Fedorovsky. I'm a men's relationship expert. I've coached over hundreds of men to help them improve their health, their well-being, their lives, but most importantly, to save their relationships. I'm also the creator of the Mind Heart Method. This is where I work with men one-on-one and help them to save their marriage in 90 days or less. Yes, even if you're on the brink of divorce, if you've been married for over 20 years, it's never too late. And I've done this, I've helped many men do this, and I'm pretty certain that your case is no different. So now that you're familiar with what I talk about, like this video, subscribe to my channel, because I'm creating more of this long form content to help men that I can't work with one-on-one, to give them more information, to elaborate on my 1-minute reels that I put up on Instagram, on TikTok, and I frequently get men asking me questions. If you're in a bit of a hotspot in your relationship, if you're not getting respect, if you're not getting intimacy, if your wife has checked out, if you're on the brink of divorce or she's already left you, I'd highly recommend going to the comments and checking out my masterclass for men, my relationship success masterclass for men, and reading my intimacy guide. This will give you the 7 reasons why intimacy has dried up in your relationship. So now that we've done the housekeeping, let's get on to the content for this episode. And it's how to win back a woman's respect. So let me share it with you in one simple sentence. Stop doing what your wife is telling you to do. Stop being a yes man. Stop being a wife pleaser. Stop being her assistant, her therapist, her BFF, her 2IC. Stop doing what she tells you to do. This means that she's leading. She's got the reins. Have a plan. Figure out what to do. Be clear on it within yourself. Tell her or don't tell her what you're going to do, but most importantly, do it. Fulfill the mission, fulfill the plan. In this way, you're taking back control in your relationship. You're stepping into your leadership. This is what's necessary for your wife to respect you. But if you haven't been doing this for a long time in your relationship, she'll put up a bit of a fight because she won't trust you. She doesn't trust you already if she's the one making the decisions. Okay, she's not going to trust you that you're going to say what you're going to do. She's going to nag you. She's going to test your boundaries. So what you need to do is decide, have a plan, be the CEO in your relationship, and then action the plan. Follow through. This will build the trust. And it's as simple as that. But you can no longer give in to your wife demands. So if you've been giving into wife-pleasing behavior for a long time, this basically means that you're giving into your wife's demands. You're doing things for her. You're spoiling her like you would a child, because you're actually not giving her what she really needs. And that's your presence, that's your attention, that's emotional connection. See, the thing is, women thrive on attention. They thrive on emotions. They thrive on emotional connection. This is a big problem if they're in a relationship with a man, because men often, when in stress, their tendency, and this is a biological reaction of the nervous system, you will automatically go into avoidance mode. If there's a problem you can't solve, and it's likely that a woman's emotions, because they can be overwhelming, is a problem you can't solve. So you will detach, you will disconnect in order to go to work, to get things done, to pay the bills, to look after everything. But after a while, this will create disconnect in your relationship. So if you're simply letting your wife be the boss at home, right? Then she's no longer going to respect you. And if she doesn't respect you, then she won't be able to feel that attraction to you. So a woman needs to actually look up to respect you. So if you want to get back the physical intimacy, the affection, the connection, just like it was when you first met, you want to remember back what happened when you first met. You were in your leadership. You were pursuing her, you were courting her, you were making the decisions, you were planning the dates, you were leading. Okay. So you don't need to spend 10 years in therapy. You just need to step back into your leadership. So for you, this might require to manage your stress because it's likely you've stepped out of your leadership, you've given away the reins, you've become more passive in your relationship due to stress. Okay, it's not because it's your fault. Society puts a lot of stress on men in order to create this disconnect. Because when we're disconnected, as men and women are disconnected, it means that the economy is going. Men are going to work, women are buying. Okay. People are filling their unmet needs with stuff. And this keeps us sort of, cogs in the wheel. In order to take back your power, you must stop and pause. You must manage your stress in the moment because your stress is making you give in to reactive behaviors, to act in a way that's not true to you, that's not true to your masculine instincts, like letting your wife lead. Okay, this isn't in the best interest of the relationship, of your children, or the family unit. Okay, and this is why your wife seems tense. She's always stressed, even though she may not already be doing that much. Her kids maybe already be going to school or leaving the house. She may not be working. I work with many men whose wives are in a similar situation, and her next excuse is that it's menopause. The thing is, when a woman reaches this age, especially towards her 50s, 40s, 50s plus, she's actually in her era where her sexual appetite can really increase if you're able to lead her into physical intimacy and physical desire. But in order to do that, you must step into your masculine energy, your masculine instincts. And the funny thing is, around this same time, a man is actually able to more so connect with his feminine energy. So if you're not in your leadership, this feminine energy might take over. So you might feel yourself more emotional, more passive, and there's almost a role reversal that happens. She's less emotionally sort of say supportive, connecting. She's sort of reduced her need for it, especially if she hasn't got those needs met for a while. And you need that emotional connection more. So we don't want to create this flip in the relationship. We actually want to create more balance in the relationship. This is how we save your marriage and we fix your relationship. So your relationship isn't broken. Okay. No matter how bad it feels right now, how much disconnect there is, how much lack of intimacy, connection there is, or how long it's gone on for. I've worked with men who have been in this type of situation for decades. It's never too late. You just need to have the right information and have the right tools. Because as a man, you were never taught how to be a husband. Okay. You may have followed your father's footsteps, but all a man really has been told is to provide, to be a provider, which is really the first step. And I applaud you if you are the provider, the breadwinner in your relationship. The next step is to be a safe man, right? To not be violent, to not be a cheater and a beater, as they say. So, a generation or two ago, if a man was a provider, he wasn't a cheater or a beater, this is all that need to happen for a long-term relationship, okay? But usually these long-term relationships of our parents' age, our grandparents' age, they didn't really have love and connection. It's likely if you're watching this video that you want more connection, you want more love, you want more intimacy, you want to feel the spark, you want to thrive in your relationship. And the way that you thrive is you need to develop your emotional muscle or your emotional intelligence. You need to grow and develop this muscle. You need to understand yourself and you need to understand women. If you want to have a satisfying relationship with your wife, or any other woman for that matter, you must understand women because men and women are completely different. Okay. It's not that anything's broken. We must understand the differences in order to connect together perfectly. I work with the man in the relationship because that's all that's necessary. As a man, you're the natural leader, so you have great power to make change in your relationship, but you must upgrade your relationship and leadership skills if you want to do this. And change can happen really, really quickly. So if you're in this type of position and you want my guidance, you want my support, things are getting dire, you're ready for change, and change needs to happen in the next few months, right? Otherwise, you're going to check out, she is going to check out. Things aren't really getting better. The thing is that divorce is one of the most costliest and dangerous things that can happen to a man. And I'm not just talking about financially, emotionally, physically. Men usually live 10 years longer, men who are in relationships than bachelors. And men who are in happy relationships live an extra 10 years longer. So if you want to increase your longevity, if you want to increase your well-being, your happiness, and your finances, I'd highly, highly recommend investing in your relationship. If you want my support, you can book in a one-to-one introductory session with me. This is not a counseling session. It's not a therapy session where you're just going to vent and we're going to talk about how you feel and we're going to complain about your wife. No, we're going to get to the root cause of your problem. And within that session, within that 1 hour, you're going to get your next steps in order to solve your problem. This means to fix your issue and to get your desired outcome. Okay. So if you'd like my help, you can book in a session below. I have limited times, but otherwise do check out my free content, my masterclass for men and my intimacy guide. They're both available for free. If you have any topics that you'd love me to help you with, to talk about when it comes to relationships, women, understanding the dynamic, please share it in the comments below. I'm creating these videos for you to help you in order to create a satisfying relationship and save your marriage.